in Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs begin to take hold.
You're either in or you're out. Right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before your bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Let's get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
Jerry, I want you to say what you would mean it, brother. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
College football week 4. Starting to figure out who's good. Starting to figure out who's bad. To be determined with Trevor's good or bad or not, but he's here with us today. Trev, how's it going, man?
Good. How you doing, Mr. Brister? Because I'll tell
you know what? Steelers lose. It's fully Penguin season. I've already transitioned, and it's only September.
Jeez,
but a
going
lot of
full
teams
hockey? Come on.
have
It's early in the season, bro. Come on.
A lot of teams still have hope, especially your Florida Seminoles. We'll get to them later. But if you're new to the show, what we do here is we go over some of the best games in college football, and you won't find better hilarious content, maybe not the best analytics, maybe not the best analysis, but guess what? We're here to try to win you money, and we're also here for a good time. Ain't that right, Trev?
Oh, absolutely right. I've got my little Jambo and Jimbo right here in my glass, getting ready for a good old time and a lot of gut picks. Good thing is, gut picks have done well for us this year, my friend. I would say
have.
Wait,
Let's get to them read receipts. If you follow me in my other shows, you know I'm all about those read receipts. And Trevor and I are on fire.
On top, baby.
You know how hard it is to go 500? Like going 500 with spreads, if you go 500, you're winning money. Do you want to know what Trevor and I am? Trevor's winning. Trevor's 24-13. You know how hard it is to go 66% in spreads? It ain't easy. But I'm hot on his tail at 23-14. And then womp, womp, womp. Newman's 19-18. But guess what? A push isn't a loss. So Newman, I'm here for you, even in spirit. You're not as good as Trev and I, but you know what? We'll let that slide.
We'll give it a pass. It's early in the season, but I fully expect this trend to continue. If you know what I mean, Brandon, we're on fire. Let's keep this fire going, my friend.
We're a cut above, kid. We're a cut above. All right. So what we do is we pick on spread. We'll touch on the over and under, and we're gonna give just a sprinkle of analysis because all you really want to know is who you want to bet on. Let's start with Big Noon kickoff on Fox. You have Talia Tagovailoa. Tua is lighting up the NFL. Everyone's talking about Tua. No one's talking about his younger brother who is at Maryland. Talia Tagovailoa going into the big house. Number 4 Michigan at home, 17-point favorite. Can Talia Tagovailoa cover 17 points, Trev?
Absolutely not. I will say, Tua, it definitely has the most talent. I can't even say his name. No, Talia, like Talia Ragul from the Batman series. I mean, he wishes he was as cool and as good as she is, but there's no way. The only other guy, cool JJ McCarthy, probably won't have to do too much in this game because I see this being a big game for Blake Corum, and Michigan is on fire. Yeah, they may have played some duds, but they are putting up points, and guess what? No one's scoring on them. I see that trend continuing at home with probably a sellout crowd. It's going to be big. It's going to be loud. Give me Michigan to cover this one and continue that undefeated streak right now.
Michigan. All three of us are on Michigan. If you want to flirt with the first half line, I actually think Maryland keeps it close because, again, Talia is a really good quarterback, but Michigan just has horses, absolute horses. They'll win this game by 20-plus points.
They're going to wear them down. Maryland's going to be beat up by the end of this.
Exactly. Let's jump to Trev's ACC. We got number 5, Clemson and Ukulele going into Wake Forest, led by Sam Hartman. Trev and I actually disagree about this game. I love Sam Hartman. I've been a Sam Hartman guy for the past 2 seasons. He's made me a lot of money. Trev, tell me why Ukulele is going to cover a 7-point spread on the road.
This is not about Ukulele. This is about me being vindictive about Hartman. The dude has just destroyed my Noles year over year. He's coming back off of some unknown injury, that kept him out.
Nobody knows. Provocative.
I'm going to go on a limb. It's in his head, dude. He's got, Heisman hopeful. I think he was a Heisman finalist last year. They won the ACC. He's got all this pressure on top of him, and now is their closest time to do it again. But now they got Clemson coming in. I think DJ has improved a little bit. I just don't think Sam has it in him for a big game to really take that next step and continue that Wake Forest run. So give me Clemson and that solid D against Wake. I just think Wake just can't hold up against that defense. That big.
I mean, taking the 5th team in the country isn't that much of a going out on a limb. And Newman's taking Wake Forest, so you'll probably get this game, Trevor.
Oh, fade the heck out of Newman. I love it.
Taxes and fading the heck out of Newman. All right, let's jump to the Big 12, or shadow of a Big 12. Number 17 Baylor traveling to the Cyclones of Iowa State. Iowa State is the favorite, hosting number 17 Baylor. I think this is one of the easiest money line picks of the entire week, Trevor. Baylor has the better defense. Baylor has a better offensive skill positions. They have the better quarterback. I don't know what Baylor doesn't have the better of. I'm hammering Baylor money line. Literally, I'm not gonna put my mortgage on it because I'm not that confident, but I love Baylor money line.
Yeah, I would say keep it at a money line. I think this is going to be a close game. Baylor still is right, the better team. If you look at the power index, Baylor's got the muscle and has, the actual is predicted to kind of win in most analytics. Luckily, I don't rely too much on that. I just think Baylor's an actually pretty good team, and they put a 69 against Albany. 69 is one of my favorite numbers.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Nice.
Yep. And whenever you hang up a 69er, I'm gonna take you all year. So give me Baylor based off of that. Pure, just nothing else.
Let's get out of Iowa and let's go back to SEC country, where your not so favorite Gators travel to Knoxville, the Fighting Vols. The Vols are 10.5 favorites here, but you and I are singing "Let's Go Tennessee." Anthony Richardson sucks, doesn't he, Trevor?
Yeah, the dude can maybe run a little bit, but he has nothing in the air. He may have a big arm, but what's that doing? Throwing out of the stadium, throwing to someone in the stands. Dude has no accuracy. Plus, the Gators
can't hit a broadside of a barn.
Awful. He could probably throw over a mountain, though. I mean, I'll give him that, but we know where that got that guy. So yeah, give me Tennessee, who can actually air out and hit the receivers.
Was that a Napoleon Dynamite joke? Let's just rewind a little bit. That was a Napoleon Dynamite joke, wasn't it?
Maybe. It could have been an Uncle Rico situation going on there. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, we're both on UT. Newman's on Florida. So if you're taking Florida, good friggin' luck.
Always feel good when I'm going against Newman. Just look at the records, guys. Just look at it.
I'm not a Bijan mustard guy, but we're number 22 Texas is traveling to Lubbock to play Texas Tech. Texas Tech is getting 6.5 as the home team. What are you smelling? I'm smelling a sweep. Trevor, Newman, me, we all think Texas has the studs to cover Texas Tech. I mean, I think this is one of the locks of my week, Trev.
Yeah, I think this is an easy one. You can look at it any which way. This is the way that I put it. Austin, Texas is a 10 times better town than Lubbock, Texas is. And guess what? The better players go to better cities. Plus, Texas, Salt Lick barbecue. Oh, my dear Lord. Like, I don't think there's anything better. Give me the better barbecue. Give me the better city. Texas all freaking day here.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Quinn Ewers is traveling with the team. If he doesn't play this week, he's going to play next week. He's pretty dang good, guys. So
the mullet is going to be in town. Oh man, geez, give me the plus like 8 on this. Like I'll take some extra juice. Give me Texas all day.
Yes. All right, let's jump to the Pac-12 because Newman's forcing us to talk about the Pac-12. Number 15, Oregon, traveling to the Mike Leach-less Washington State. We got Washington State as the home team getting 6.5. I'm on Washington State because I like chaos. You're on Bo Nix and Oregon. Tell everyone why they're going to lose their Oregon pick, Trevor.
This one is probably the one I'm the least confident about.
You're picking Bo Nix. I mean, you're literally picking Bo Nix.
Now that you remind me, I'm like, dang, I'm not going to switch my pick because I already did it once, already today. I'm not going to do it again. I don't have a lot of confidence, but I do have a lot of confidence in, in that defense per se. I mean, they're still giving up 27.5. Never mind. Everything I'm saying is absolutely wrong about Oregon right now. Now that I'm actually looking at the stats, but I'm still picking Oregon on this one just because, why not? And what's Newman doing on this?
There. They definitely recruit better than Washington State. There's a guy you haven't heard of. Everyone that's watching this right now has not heard of Cam Ward. Cam Ward came from Incarnate Word. I promise you that's a university. He was the number 1 transfer quarterback. He went to Washington State. He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. He will be.
Did he transfer from Bishop Sycamore? Was that his former place? Is that where he came from?
Close. Bishop Sycamore, Incarnate Word, basically the same thing. I'm telling you, he'll be the better quarterback, and that's why Washington State might win. I'm just taking the points, but Bo Nix still sucks.
Yeah, Oregon still has better jerseys. I'll lean on that one. Give me the jerseys.
Oh, in the jersey route, I love it. All right, let's talk Jimbo Fisher, which is Newman's favorite topic. Number 10, Arkansas, which is my darling. If you've listened to this show at all this year, you know KJ Jefferson's my boy, and I am who-sue-wee all day long with the Arkansas Razorbacks. I have Arkansas winning going into Texas A&M. They're only getting 2 points. I don't care about getting 2 points. This is my upset special. The Pigs are better at quarterback. They're better at running back. They're better at wide receiver. Who-sue-wee. Trevor, now you can rip on Jimbo Fisher as much as you want.
Yeah, Jimbo's still living in the past. Old playbook. Gosh, it's like, what was it, Waterboy, when that guy just has that old playbook, it's the only thing he's running off of? Well, guess what, Jimbo? People have figured your crap out. And regardless if you have the number 1 recruiting class out there, guess what? You did the same thing at Florida State, and that school and team imploded afterwards. I think we're seeing an implosion situation right now with undisciplined kids. That being said, the Razorbacks are for real. Like that is a team, and that team can score. And they got this guy named Raheem Sanders who's flying under the radar. I don't know how far under, but like 440 yards already, in 3 games. Like this dude's can put up some numbers. So give me the Razorbacks and screw you, Jimbo. It's
the best RPO in the entire country. Like if you give the ball to Sanders, he'll take the ball 60 yards. If KJ Jefferson keeps it, he's going 60 yards.
So many options.
Telling you, if you haven't watched Arkansas, they've made me money for now a season and a third. Like literally, they're paying my monthly mortgage is how much I'm betting on Arkansas. I love Arkansas. Seriously, this is my upset special. I freaking love them.
I take the money line on Arkansas here too. I think that's a good one. I'll back you up on that for sure.
Bingo, bongo, Arkansas. Let's jump to the boring Big Ten. I mean, there's not a lot of good Big Ten games. This is a sleepy game, Trev. You have Graham Mertz and Wisconsin, who wants to run the ball 80 times. They're playing Ohio State. Now, Wisconsin doesn't have a chance of beating Ohio State, but Ohio State is giving 19 points. You and I disagree. I think Wisconsin wants to take the air out of the ball And when you take the air out of the ball, you just can't win by that many points. I think Ohio State wins by 14, 17 points. I think it's not close. But I think because Wisconsin is literally the most boring team in the country, they're going to cover this. But I'm still going to watch 0 minutes of this game. And I advocate for everyone to watch 0 minutes of this game.
Do we know if Najigba is playing? Is he healthy and ready to go?
I'd assume yes. I have no reason to think he isn't.
Gotcha. If he is, and if he's solid, I do like Ohio State to cover. I think they come out swinging and really just trying to score early on. You're right. Wisconsin's boring. They're going to run the ball. They're going to take time off the clock. But Ohio State can score like in 1 or 2 plays. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I don't think they're going to need to run the ball. I have confidence in Ohio State's passing game. Wisconsin only allowing 8 points a game. Well, that average is going to be going up, way up after this game. So give me Ohio State at home. I have a lot of people going to that game. So I'm doing them one a solid to say, hey, I got your Buckeyes on this one.
Snoresville. I'm in Big Ten country. I love the Big Ten. Graham Mertz playing football is a great thing to put your child to bed to. Like if you're having a hard time, like Trevor and I are both fantastic fathers. Shout out to fathers everywhere. If you want to put your kids to bed, have them watch a Wisconsin offense.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you bashed Graham Mertz again. Like if we go a pod without you just absolutely putting Mertz into the ground, I'm gonna be sad. Like if it doesn't happen.
I don't know how he's a starting quarterback. I literally don't know how he's a starting quarterback. Like it makes no sense.
He wouldn't even start for some big, high schools in Texas. In all honesty, like let's be real. Like he is awful. It's like Phillip Rivers like tossing the ball sometimes. It's like a shot put, just like it's so ugly. It's hard to watch,
brother, dude. It's so painful. Speaking of not so painful, this is actually a sneaky game I like. Kansas State going to Norman. Norman getting 12.5. Man, let me tell you, if you have not seen Dylan Gabriel play football, Dylan Gabriel is a Heisman player. He's an absolute Heisman player. And if you've been sleeping, Oklahoma's coach is Brett Venables. So they have a Heisman quarterback, and then they have one of the best defensive minds in all of college football. I actually like Kansas State, not 12.5. Like Vegas is doing Kansas State a very big solid, giving them 12.5. Trevor, in my mind, this is a 17, 20-point game. You were teasing the game earlier. This is the game I'm teasing. I think Oklahoma absolutely runs Kansas State in this game.
Yeah, being at home, I think Oklahoma feels a little slighted that they're number 6. I think they kind of feel like they should hop over Clemson, which I have them over Clemson, in all honesty, as most people should. This team can score. They're scoring, 14 points more per game than Kansas State, while only allowing about the same, which is about 10. Like this team is good. I really like them. Yeah, everything you said about Dylan Gabriel is absolutely correct. I'm never a big Kansas State person, even in basketball. No, I just don't like them. Like, Kansas is such a more better school. Sorry for any Kansas State people out there, but I enjoy.
Sorry to everyone in Manhattan, Kansas, everybody.
Which I have no idea where that place is. Like, where in Kansas? Getting lost in Kansas, that's probably where you'd end up. Like, give me Oklahoma all day. They're fun. They're exciting. I'm going with the exciting team. Let it roll, baby. Go Sooners.
Yeah, Boomer frickin' Sooner. All right, so Trev lives in Florida. I live in frickin' Indiana. We're about to talk Pac-12.
Indiana.
Number 13, Utah, traveling to the herbless, the absolute herbless Arizona State. The only reason we're talking about this game is because Herb got fired. Utah is one of my absolute locks. Newman's picking Utah. I'm picking Utah. Trev, you want to tell everyone who you're picking?
Yeah, I guess I'm going with Utah on this one. Not happy that you all are hopping on the Utah train, but I think we all know Arizona State is just one big hot, not just dumpster fire, like a nuclear meltdown right now. Like, it's like you literally had their own academic crew, like, basically like giving plays away to the other teams just to get rid of Herm. Like it's like it is bad. Like there's some crazy rumors going on right now about them trying to get rid of him. I believe every single one of them because why not? Love the drama. But straight up, like Arizona just is crashing and burning. So whoever's playing Arizona, I'm betting on them. I'm betting on them hard. Give me Utah on their revenge tour after losing to Florida. They're out for blood, and they're going to stomp these Sun Devils all day.
I mean, honestly, if I could have picked anywhere to go in college, I didn't have that luxury. I had to go to an in-state school. I chose amazing Indiana University. If I had to choose, Arizona State would have been in my final three. Absolutely love everything about Arizona State's campus. Football?
Campus?
Maybe
is
not
that
campus.
Why? Is that why?
Yeah, it's implied of what I'm saying. It's implied.
All right. Let me tell everybody. No. Brandon doesn't want the campus. Let me tell you what. Arizona State has been ranked in the top 5 for having the hottest females on campus year over year. It's not the campus. It's the peaches. If you know what I'm talking about.
Correct.
That's why. Let's be real, everybody.
And guess what? Utah is gonna put up a lot of peaches in this. They're gonna score, and they're gonna score often. This is my absolute lock of the week. Utah is gonna win by 20 plus points. This is gonna be a slaughter. Absolutely slaughter. There's gonna be a lot of slaughtering going on Arizona State's campus. This is gonna be one of them this weekend. All right. Last game, and we have to talk about the Penix. You know what, Trev, you and I haven't talked about the Penix in a while. It's been probably an entire season since you and I've had a Penix conversation. We need to have a Penix conversation. Penix is honestly the number 1 rated quarterback in the entire country. The UW is 3-0. They are 14-point favorites at home versus Stanford. How are you feeling about the Penix?
I love it.
You love the Penix. Would you say you love the Penix? There's nothing more that you want than the Penix.
Just the junior Penix, the Penix Junior, the mini one. No. Yeah, I love it. And I when I was watching them play, I think it was last week. I mentioned I was like, "Is that Penix?" Like, because I forgot that he went out there. Yeah. And my little 3-year-old's like, "Daddy, what's a penis?" I was like, "Oh gosh!"
No.
I was like, "No, Penix, baby. That's his name." And that's the first time she ever said penis. So, yeah, I'm very kind of, I don't know, mixed thoughts about that one, but I think it's a sign, and I think I'm going to go with Penix on this one. The dude, you're right, is doing great. I love his kind of rebound story and him kind of forging his own path. Like, it's one of probably the coolest things that's happened right now in the Pac-12, and there's not a lot of stuff going on other than USC. However, I'm loving the Penix here. Give me the Penix all day.
So, if you guys don't know, IU has not had a 9-win season since 1994. Penix leads IU to a 9-win season in 2019. 2020 comes around. He leads IU to a shortened 6-2 record, the highest they've ever been ranked ever, as the 11th ranked team in the country. Penix is incredible. He goes on to get injured the next 2 years. Transfers, injuries happen. Penix is incredible. If he's healthy, he's honestly one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. I love, like Trevor said, he is honestly on fire when he's healthy. He's healthy. He's going to steamroll Stanford. Who did we say earlier? You got to bet on him until they tell us to not bet on him. That's where I'm at with Washington. Like, you absolutely have to keep betting Washington until they tell you to not bet on them. So I'm all over Washington. Trevor, this is what everyone wants to hear. Everyone wants to know your Florida State take. Finish us off with Florida State playing Phil Jerkovich in Boston College.
Yeah. I think Boston College might be starting, the JV offensive line of whatever, someplace out there. It's bad. Florida State is banged up. However,
who's starting at quarterback? Who's starting at quarterback for Florida State?
They are keeping it close to the chest. However, I will say Jordan Travis has practiced all week, and he's had 3 straight days of full participation. I fully expect Travis to be out there and for them to get up big. However, they're going to rely heavy on that run game with the 3-headed dragon that they've got going on. Stop them, and our defense be able to contain their QB and their one wide receiver. They're not even worth mentioning names. I'm horrible with names. But I will be there in a sellout crowd, which is FSU's first sellout home crowd since 2015. I think because of all that, because of the hype, screw being emotionally drained or whatever, give me Florida State to cover 17.5. It's against my better judgment, but I don't care. I'm going to be there. I'm probably going to just absolutely be out of my mind, having so much fun. Third row, look for me. I will have my shirt on, I promise. Actually, I won't make any promises. But it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be fun.
Off.
If we beat them by over 17.5, it might come off. We will see. But I'm excited. I can't wait for it. Give me Florida State to cover, and all day, baby. First game back.
All day. I
it.
am all over Florida State. I think Boston College is honestly one of the worst teams in Power 5 football. They're really, really bad. They might be IU level bad, to be determined. But I love Florida State to cover. I know we got a lot of Florida State listeners. So fade Florida, bet Florida State. Trev, it's been a freaking pleasure. As always, you look incredible. Party your balls off tomorrow. Everyone, until next week, take our picks. We're the guys you're going to want to listen to. And until then, Trev, Tomahawk.
Ooh.
Tomahawk.
It's been a pleasure, baby. Let's go
Always.
watch some college football. Woo!